Captain Trip with Boat Test here. Today, I'm with Captain Boomies.
Ahoy, hoy.
We're aboard Formula's 387 CCF. We're gonna do a little bit of a lifestyle feel here. Let's see if we can have some fun on this boat, what it's made for. What you think?
I love it. You said you're gonna take me to a fishing spot first.
Let's go. Fishing spot first. I'm in. For the past 70 years, Formula has been on the cutting edge of performance offshore boating. And for the last 40 years or so, it has arguably been building the most luxurious day boats built in America. Now it's applied all that expertise into making one of the most capable and comfortable 30-something center consoles on the market. It incorporated virtually all of the best fishing features found on the saltiest large center consoles, plus added a few new ones of its own in a luxurious package that has no peer. Hey!
Oh, that felt good.
Only getting better.
But I need to hide under this shade here.
Well, unfortunately, this is like the biggest hardtop on a center console of this size. So it's super wide, and the guys at Formula, you know, they mock this up with like plywood before they, finalize the design on it. So you have just enough to give you a lot of shade for a lot of guys, but you can still get here on the side and fight a fish without worrying about popping your rod up on the beautiful gel coat, or actually the paint.
That actually makes a lot of sense to me, that if you're gonna do like that exciting fish fighting maneuver, it lands right in the right place.
There you go.
I love that.
We're not loading the boat quite yet, so what do you say we head over to the Sandbar?
I don't know, I just got comfortable. I discovered that there's a phone charger right here, and I've angled this air conditioning vent so that I can stand right here and get a nice cool breeze on my back.
Well, I guess if I'm gonna cheat, I'll have to sit up here. Now I've got him at my lumbar. I just can't quite. I don't know, I probably could get off some cash from here. I don't know. I think we can enjoy the AC at the Sandbar too. What do you say?
All right.
All right.
I like the Sandbar, let's do it.
The 387's large aft cockpit, wide side decks, and dual-purpose features allow this fishing machine to also be a comfortable day boat for the whole family. In other words, she's not a one-trick pony. So we put up to the Sandbar. Now, perfect spot to view this if you're not gonna get in the water. Maybe up here at the bow. There's a lot of viewing, amenities up here. What do you see that you like?
I like that there's a dedicated sound system up here.
And we actually have our own zone and source.
Ooh, I like that.
So if they want to listen to the ball game back there, we want to listen to some jams up here, you can do so.
I like that there's cup holders.
Okay, yeah, I like the cup holders too.
There's a ton of them, but more importantly, there's a spot for my cell phone, which is really nice.
And then just under here is a pretty good sized storage compartment. Right now it houses another board that can go across right up here, and filler cushions. We can create one big sun pad up here, and then with this empty, this is insulated, total cooler, so you've got ice chest, place to lounge in the sun, phone, drinks, speakers, everything you could dream of. And then a bit of storage on both sides, and I like how they put a shelf in here. I mean,
more boats should do shelves in their storage.
The stuff just gathers all in the bottom, and you're like, what is in here? And you just open it, and it just makes a total mess.
It seems pretty unusual to me that a hardcore fishing boat has so much lounge space, and I really like this part because, surprise, more cup holders and more chargers. There's so many on the boat. I can charge my phone anywhere.
And there's even rod holders on each side, so if you're really at a hardcore fishing and lounging day, you can have more rod holders.
I could do it all from right here. That is awesome.
And then a special touch that I like that Formula does is you see this little compartment here, it has a drain hole. Well, this drains into this little console, and there's a drain hole in the back of it, so when you tilt it up, it drains down into the bottom, and that is piped all the way under, and it comes out the side here, which is also where these rod holders drain. So nothing's going into the bilge or in the cabin, blah, blah, blah. That's a fantastic little bitty thing that they thought of and had to probably think about a lot to engineer that all over the boat.
It looks like we are about to get some weather, so I would like to head for cover underneath, and I want to close this hatch.
Let's get it closed. Push of a button, down she goes. Now we're ready for the weather. And then if we're underway and we get some weather, and these are the Wind Armor weather doors. Pretty fancy name, but these are pretty fancy in general. And we were using them when we were running earlier, and it really blocks a lot of the wind from the cockpit and everyone who's gathered back here as you're underway.
And if we wanted to really enclose this space, there's these zip-in points for isinglass.
And now at the back of the helm, I see these air conditioning vents, which reminds me, when you close this all with isinglass, you can condition this like a pilot house.
It's not just air conditioning. Up north, we call these heat pumps because you run them in one direction for air conditioning and you reverse it for heat.
Excuse me, I'm from the south. Okay, I get it. Yep, I can see where that would certainly be handy.
So you could do heat up north. Run this boat everywhere.
And then if you want to be more comfortable back here above the sink, you can pull this out. We have an elevated seat. But you may think, okay, your feet are just going to dangle. Well, not quite. Cooler out. Boom.
I do love a button.
Up you go. And I forget how many pounds they said that the bracket here is. It's like, what, 100? Oh, it's quite substantial. So when you get this thing full of ice and drinks or whatever, which this is custom made by Formula, by the way, and you stand on this, it's still going to be there. It's substantial. And it's also handy. Get your little leg up. You're trying to get to these rocket launchers up above, you can get your rods in easy, which they have to mount this high because electric sure shade, add shade to this cockpit here on the back.
That's a lot of shade.
Well, when there's a lot of sun, I like a lot of shade. And then just behind me, need to mention this side door. So the top flips up. You've got 3 cup holders up here. And then maybe the dock's a little high. You can flip this step down. Now you have 2 steps coming on and off the boat. But let's say you're at a floating dock and it's at a good height. Simply open the door and you're good to go there. But now if you're bringing in a big fish or something like that, this is ideal for that. But then they have stowage right here just aft of that where the swim ladder is, which can hook into these keyhole slots, and a fantastic dive door, complete with a grab handle. Continuing aft on the port side, we got some storage back here, 2 drawers. You can see this thing is loaded down, ready to fish, and just above that is an electric Kenyan grill.
The best seat in the house is right here. Could you give me a hand with it?
Let's do it.
All right. The coolest part about this is, did you notice this raised up? And now it was down here in line and now it's up here because, perfect. Somebody thought about this and I love it. That is so Formula. And you're probably wondering, what are these? They're grab handles. It's an ABYC compliance issue that any seat must have somewhere for you to hold on to. Absolutely, Formula has thought about all of these details. It's very impressive. Today was completely fabulous. What was your favorite part?
Probably cutting through the mangroves with the Triple Mercury 400s on this thing. That was a good time for sure. What was your favorite part?
I mean, it has to be fishing and actually being able to cast a line for once.
Be sure to watch Boat Test's in-depth performance and feature inspection videos of both the Formula 387 Center Console Fish and the 387 Center Console Sport models. There's really nothing on the water quite like them.
You know what I'm about to say.
I'm Captain Tripp with Boat Test.
I'm Captain Boomies, reminding you, life is better on a boat.